Mercedes stuns the F1 world with a surprising new announcement. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video. And if you want more Mercedes news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Mercedes say it's a matter of time until Bottas returns to Mercedes. Valtteri Bottas looks set to stay in Formula One in a reserve driver role at Mercedes, with a deal seemingly on the cusp of completion. The Finn spent 5 years at Mercedes between 2017 and 21 before moving to Alfa Romeo, although he will depart the team that was since rebranded as Sauber at the end of the season. Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto have been signed for 2025, with Audi's takeover completed in time to enter F1 from the following year. Bottas had hoped to hang onto his seat, but was the last driver on the current grid to learn his fate. Although there now appears a level of certainty, he will return to the Silver Arrows, where teenager Andrea Kimi Antonelli will partner George Russell from next year in the full-time race seats. Nothing is signed, nothing is done, but if we were to have him back in the family, we all would be all full of joy, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff told Viaplay ahead of qualifying at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. What you can say is that if you have the opportunity in having a pilot like Valtteri back in the Mercedes family, with his ability, with his most recent experience of these modern cars, you can deem yourself super lucky. Asked how much he would look forward to welcoming Bottas back, Wolff added, "Very much. You know negotiations at the end, lawyers always want to make contracts fail. I'm joking, they are great lawyers and it's a matter of time." Bottas, 35, won 10 races as Lewis Hamilton's teammate at Mercedes, twice finishing second in the Drivers' Championship. He has not finished higher than 13th this year, in a difficult season for Sauber, but earlier in the weekend said that he feels he still has plenty to offer. "The way my active F1 driving career ended for now, it wasn't the best way that you can't really decide yourself," he said. "I feel like still I have lots to give for the sport and I still love it. I love the racing against the best drivers in the world, in the best cars in the world. That's what I love. So I'm just trying to figure out now what is the next move. I'm taking it day by day. There's some interesting stuff on the table, and then we'll see. You know, life goes on. There's lots of exciting things ahead. It's a tricky sport. I think I got into an unlucky situation in terms of hanging on to the last seat on the grid. And when that doesn't happen, then obviously you're out for now." Lewis Hamilton has delivered a poignant warning to the fresh faces joining the 2025 F1 season. Among them are Kimi Antonelli, Jack Doohan, Oliver Bearman, and Gabriel Bortoleto. As these young drivers stand on the brink of their racing careers, Hamilton offers guidance, drawing from his wealth of experience in the sport. Speaking from a position of authority, he outlined what F1 can become to a rookie. When Hamilton burst onto the F1 scene at 22, he faced a steep learning curve under the scrutiny of global fans and media. "I remember when I was 22 and you're thrown in a deep end. You've been given training as a young driver through the younger series, but you're not most of them. Probably don't have a PR person. This lack of personal PR support, compounded by Team PR's agenda primarily favoring the team's image rather than individual drivers, placed him and other young drivers in challenging positions. The team will have a PR person, but they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for the team," Hamilton elaborated. Drawing parallels to his own experiences, Hamilton's message to the 2025 rookies is clear. Take charge of your narrative and don't become overwhelmed by external pressures. The second story is Mercedes chief confirms talks with Sauber driver. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has confirmed ongoing talks with Sauber driver Valtteri Bottas, indicating that it's only a matter of time before the Finn rejoins Mercedes as a reserve driver. The negotiations are reportedly nearing their final stages, with an announcement expected soon. Bottas, who had hoped to secure an extension with Sauber beyond the 2024 season, found his options limited as the team prepares for a full Audi takeover by 2026. In the end, Sauber opted to sign Formula 2 championship leader Gabriel Bortoleto, along with F1 veteran Nico Hülkenberg, leaving Bottas without a seat for the upcoming seasons. Bottas's departure from Sauber has led him to re-engage in discussions with Mercedes for a reserve driver role, and Wolff has expressed enthusiasm about the prospect of bringing him back into the fold. The Finnish driver's previous tenure with Mercedes from 2017 to 2021 was marked by consistent performances, with Bottas securing second place in the Drivers' Championship twice and claiming victory in 10 Grand Prix. His accomplishments with the team have made him a familiar and valuable asset, and Wolff is eager to welcome him back, emphasizing that Bottas's experience with modern F1 cars will be an asset to the team. Speaking to Viaplay in Las Vegas, Wolff shared his excitement about the potential reunion, saying, "Nothing is signed, nothing is done. But if we were to have him back in the family, we would be all full of joy." He went on to praise Bottas's ability, adding, "If you have the opportunity and having a pilot like Valtteri back in the Mercedes family, with his ability, with his most recent experience of these modern cars, you can deem yourself super lucky." Wolff also addressed the pace of the negotiations, acknowledging that legal formalities often slow down the process. "Negotiations at the end, lawyers always want to make contracts fail. I'm joking, they are great lawyers and it's a matter of time," he said with a smile, further reinforcing that Bottas's return is nearly certain. Bottas has previously discussed his desire to continue his involvement in Formula One despite the end of his active racing career at Sauber. He admitted that his departure from the team wasn't the ideal way to end his career, as he was unable to make the decision himself. However, Bottas remains passionate about the sport and expressed a deep love for racing against the best drivers in the world, in the best cars available. "The way my kind of active F1 driving career ended for now, it wasn't the best way. That you can't really decide yourself," he said in an interview. "I feel like still I have lots to give the sport, and I still love it. I love racing against the best drivers in the world and the best cars in the world. That's what I love." Despite not having any immediate decisions to make, Bottas hinted at some interesting opportunities on the horizon. "I'm just trying to figure out now what is the next move," he said. "I don't really have that much more to say. I'm taking it day by day, and there's some interesting stuff on the table." This potential move back to Mercedes as a reserve driver represents a new chapter for Bottas in his F1 career, where he would be able to contribute his wealth of experience to the team, especially as Mercedes continues to pursue success in the competitive world of Formula One. The third story is Mercedes announced special plans for Lewis Hamilton's final race, and F1 fans can take part. The 2024 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix will not only bring the curtain down on another thrilling Formula One season, but will also mark the end of an era for Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton. The British driver, who joined Mercedes in 2013, will be making his final appearance for the team before moving on to Ferrari for the 2025 season. This shift will be a historic moment for Hamilton, who will be driving a car not powered by a Mercedes-Benz engine for the first time in his illustrious F1 career. While the details of Mercedes' tribute plans for their seven-time world champion in Abu Dhabi are still being finalized, the team has already revealed one special way for fans to be involved in this momentous occasion. Mercedes has announced that they will be offering fans the opportunity to have their names printed on Hamilton's car for his final race with the team. This unique tribute is a chance for fans to leave a lasting mark on F1 history. To take part, anyone can enter a special draw, with 150 lucky names being selected at random to appear on the W15 during the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The registration opened on Thursday, November 14th at 9 a.m. UK time and will remain open until Tuesday, November 26th at 11:59 p.m., giving fans just over a week to submit their entries on the official Mercedes F1 website. With such a limited window, fans eager to be part of this special gesture will need to act quickly. The news of this fan tribute comes as Ferrari had hoped to have Hamilton behind the wheel of a Ferrari F1 car in Abu Dhabi next month, a desire that would have allowed Hamilton to experience Italian machinery before his official move to the Scuderia in 2025. While Hamilton was always committed to racing for Mercedes for his final Grand Prix of the 2024 season, Ferrari intended to give him a first taste of their car during the post-season test at Yas Marina Circuit, which will take place in the days following the Abu Dhabi GP. However, with Hamilton still under contract with Mercedes, Ferrari's plans were scuttled. Mercedes' contract with Hamilton, which runs until December 31st, 2024, prevents any early release for the test, as Hamilton has other contractual obligations and responsibilities with the team.